You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN. And a happy 4th of July from a high atop United Stadium on the campus of Towson University just outside of Baltimore, where today, the final day of group play here at the World Championships, there is a spot in the knockout round of 16 at stake as Latvia takes on Wales. You see the Pool C standings. Germany has already clinched the top spot with their 2-0 record. Latvia and Wales playing for the right to advance to the round of 16, which starts tomorrow. They would be the 14th seed, the winner of this one. I'm Glenn Clark. Great to be spending this holiday with you wherever you are. Greetings from Baltimore, where it's been an outstanding tournament. And now we move in to that knockout stage and the path to determining a world champion. Latvia, Wales, they want to be part of the conversation. They're going to figure out who's going to advance here today. It's time for us to meet our players to watch for today's game, and we begin with Sophie Morrell from Team Wales. Morrell, very talented attacker. In their win over Jamaica on Friday, their last time out, she had 5 goals and 3 assists, 8 points in that victory. Will look to guide them to another win today and a spot in the knockout round. And for Latvia, our player to watch is Jamie Luzda from Ohio State, who had an outstanding sophomore season with 35 goals so far in this tournament, 3 goals and an assist, including 2 goals in their win against Jamaica on Saturday. Might need a little more from her against an extraordinarily talented Wales side. We're going to meet our starting lineups and have the opening draw next. You're watching the World Lacrosse Women's World Championship on ESPN.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
And to ignite potential.
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
And wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
It's coming. The world is coming to San Diego. 30 nations, 30 teams. Only one will be crowned world champion. There's nothing like playing for your country. This is the pinnacle of sport. Be here as legacies are forged and history is made.
Meet the head coaches for the two teams today. For the Welsh side, they are led by Erica Erb, who's assisted by Ashley Gloucester, as well as Lindsay Mills. And on the Latvian side, the head coach, Gretchen Luzda, who was actually a player coach back in the 2013 team. She's assisted by Cole Hollander, Rachel Luzda, and Tucker Hollander. Latvia in those white shirts with the maroon shorts. They will be moving from right to left on your internet dial here in this first quarter. It's Wales in the red shirts and red shorts with the white numerals. They'll be moving from left to right. And they will have the ball first to start things off. Charlotte Williams on the restart for Wales. They have not played since Friday when they beat Jamaica 13-4. They lost their opener 10-7 to Germany, trying to get on the board very quickly, but that is off the pipe, lingered in the air before Rupera was able to grab it for Latvia. So a very quick start. Wales trying to waste no time. This is a team that thought they're going to be able to make some noise in this tournament, and that's not going to happen if they don't win today. They'll get it right back. This is one of the more simple scenarios going into the day here at the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships. One spot available, 2 teams gunning for it. You win today, it's yours. Play on. If you lose, you'll still be able to play games as nobody's going home, but you will not be able to compete for the title here at the World Championships. Oh, all the way in, great individual effort. Dryden, however, was thinking about a shooting space violation, didn't get it, and then the possession continued. The shot not on target from Coombs-Roberts, back in front. That does sneak through. Couldn't tell for a second, but Sophie Morrill's on the board for the first time today. After 5 goals on Friday, she adds her first this afternoon. Wales draws first blood. This is kind of frenetic. So Dryden all the way in, looking for the shooting space violation. Gives it off to Morrill. Morrill dumps it in front. The shot comes awkwardly out of the stick. Then Morrill just grabs it, and is always smart to do in those situations. It's a bit unsettled. There's a scramble factor. Just race in front of goal, put it home. That's what Morrill did. 1-0 Wales. Latvia sending Zeluka out against Rosloyd-Root. Wales wins possession again. They want to push. They want to create separation early in this game. Presumably the favorite, if such things were being kept track of. Dryden dodging left, shooting on the run, and scoring on the bounce. First goal of the day, 4th of the tournament, Fiona Dryden, who played for a year at Northwestern a few years back. She had a hat trick against Germany, did not score against Jamaica, back on the board. Dodging left, shooting across, making it 2-0. So a quick start for Wales here in these first 3 minutes. If you're Latvia, with your knockout round life at stake, can't allow Wales to get much more distance here. You got to dig in, find your way into this game. They briefly had the opportunity to clear earlier, and the violation will give them the possession this time. Got to try to do something. Luzda will just keep running on the nope, she's gonna be told she's got to come back and restart from a little bit further back. Gets it into the box, and Latvia will have their first real offensive possession of the game. Latvia fell 10-2 to Germany on Friday, just really never found anything in the way of offense. Finally came to life against Jamaica on Saturday in a 9-5 victory. Luzda, the most likely place to find that offense, but of course, as soon as she has the ball, the second defender comes. She kept running, and running into trouble was Owusa. Is it a charge or nope? It's a foul. So Owusa will get the free position, and it's not just a foul, it's a yellow on Ellie Gostra. So a woman up opportunity here for Latvia. Owusa, who has not scored in this tournament from the free position, isn't going to force it. Certainly understand that, particularly being woman up. Work your offense. Try to break him down, get a better look. Luzda, again, this time she runs into 3 defenders. Somehow splits 2 of them back, but the trail check gets it out. There's a whistle, however. I thought Charlotte Williams had defended that pretty cleanly. But Luzda will have it back. She has Owusa open. Keep moving it. Oh, great snag and a tremendous finish. Rudzinska. Asia Nia Rudzinska with her second goal of the World Championships to cut the lead to 2-1. The woman up tally. Oh, look at that one-handed snag with her right hand. And shoots high to low. Hammers it home. They take advantage of the yellow card on Gostra. And 5 minutes gone by here in the first. Latvia does indeed find their way into this game. give Owusa the assist, her first point of the tournament. Mazda thought she had that snag there, couldn't find it. Coombs Roberts brings it up for Wales, back to even strength. Coombs Roberts. Dryden. We'll bring it back. Dryden thinking about it. Moves in the middle of the field. Rosloyd Root. Now Jocelyn Robinson. A couple of dodges from Robinson. The University of Cambridge. Good movement, but it comes off the stick of Phoebe Smith. It's still loose. Smith in there battling it and gooses it over to Dryden to keep possession alive for Wales. Into the middle, and Jocelyn Robinson. Robinson drops it down to goal line extended. Laura Warren will slow it down. The veteran Laura Warren played nearby at the University of Maryland, 2002 to 2004. Twice been an all-world performer in her career. Robinson started to dodge left, now back to her right, gets free inside, shoots high and scores. Jocelyn Robinson's first of the day makes it 3-1 Wales as we hit the midway point of this first half. Robinson, one move to get around Cornina. Puts it home. It is 3-1. We'll hit the water break here in this first half with 7:42 remaining. Wales taking a 3-1 lead. It seems like Jocelyn Robinson's enjoying her time here in Baltimore. You can follow her on Twitter at JocelynAround13, where she said, "I'll say it once and once only. The USA know how to make a cookie." Now, I don't know where she got those cookies from. I don't know if it was catering here on campus. I don't know if it was I have no clue. But apparently, Jocelyn Robinson, a big fan of the baking here in the United States. We're happy to have her and celebrating this World Lacrosse Women's World Championship. 7:42 remaining. She's a great follow, by the way, Jocelyn Robinson. Really appreciate, a lot of athletes simply use Twitter to retweet things, and I have no problem with how anybody uses their Twitter. But Jocelyn Robinson putting out some wonderful content. Encourage you to follow her on Twitter again, at JocelynAround13. She also works as a history teacher. And again, went to Cambridge. Very impressive. So Latvia gets on the board, but Wales almost immediately responds to make it a 3-1 game. 7:42 remaining in this first half. Again, the story is very simple. Win and move into the round of 16. Lose and move into the consolation bracket. Could not be any simpler than that as you get a good look at Sophie Morrill, part of the Centaurs Lacrosse Club. Back to the draw circle. Luzda. Not able to get that one. Actually, sorry, this time they sent out Baltman. Instead, all the way inside. Great save as Coombs Roberts is denied on the doorstep. Really tremendous play. Going low. That's not easy in that situation with somebody barreling down on you. But watch it again. Coombs Roberts. Nutera was playing her second game at this tournament. She had played 30 minutes coming into today, allowing 7 goals, only making 2 saves. Makes a very impressive one in the first quarter to keep it a 2-goal game. Teta starting for Latvia. It's Sophie Allen on the other side. Came into today 2 games, allowing 14 goals, making 7 saves for Wales. Really aggressive ride from this Welsh side. They'll get it free. Ball's on the turf. Coombs-Roberts trying to find it. She's taken down, and the ball will belong to Wales. Charlotte Williams is about to scoop it up anyway. So Williams will have it off the restart. Wales really making life difficult for Latvia as they try to clear. A good individual effort on that run to get it into the box by Warren. Wales will settle things down. 6 minutes to play. That's a bad turnover. No one in between. Just airmailed it looking for Phoebe Smith. Dryden couldn't get it there. So Latvia gets it back. Latvia playing in their 3rd ever World Championship. Never finished better than 17th. And if they fall today, they won't be able to finish better than 17th. If they win today, they'll guarantee that they'll finish better than 17th. That's simple math. You didn't have to go to Cambridge in order to be able to do that. Another turnover, another failed clear. Well, it might not be a turnover. They get fortunate as that ball laid on the turf for an extra second, and that allowed Straume the opportunity to get over and get the ball. Latvia trying to find a better roadmap to getting a clear, and Baltman, well, she got the clear, but didn't hang on to it much longer than that. Just left that pass lingering in the air for Dryden to step in, intercept, take it the other way. Dryden brings it back behind the cage, gives it to Coombs-Roberts. He comes up top. Laura Warren again. Checked out of the stick. Martin not able to hold on to it, but fortunate the help was there. Lulu Rowlands. Warren trying to spin free, no angle, sends it back behind the cage. Great movement and an easy dunk home. The alley-oop for Dryden. Her 2nd of the game. It's 4-1 Wales. Sophie Morrill setting her up. See the spin from Warren. Merrill's got the defender hung up. Defender comes over. Dryden releases to the cage. Dryden bangs it in. Wales has their largest lead at 4-1 with under 3.5 remaining here in the first quarter. For Dryden, 2nd goal of the game, 5th goal of the World Championship. Go back to the draw. Nothing Latvia can do other than just keep trying to dig in, get the ball. We're going to do this one again. Luzda and Rowlands. Lulu Rowlands. 3 goals already on the tournament. Can't grab that. It might have actually hit her in the face. Warren trying to check it out, but got the arm. And so it'll belong to Latvia. 2.5 remaining. Just trying to stay in the neighborhood. The real danger is giving it up one more time and letting Wales turn this into a 4, maybe 5 goal game after 1 quarter and never really feeling like you're in it. It's a dangerous pass, and it'll be taken away Gostra came up with it. Now it's Lloyd Root pushing it ahead. She finds Rollins. Ellie Jones into the game. Jones has 3 assists on the tournament. Keep it moving. Minute and a half. Be interesting to see if they try to purposely slow the pace and deaden the ball maybe a little bit. Again, get the defender hung up just a bit. Oh, they were trying to run essentially the same play, although this time they're trying to go to Morrill. It gets away, but Warren there to pick it up. It's stick extension. Jocelyn Robinson will get to restart as Luzda just a bit too aggressive in her defending. Robinson, free position, already has a goal on the day. Trying to make it 2 instead. Unselfish, good idea, but Jones can't hold on to it. Great play, CTGB for Lulu Rollins. Wins it right back for Wales. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. It's been dominated by Wales. Robinson from the top. Time ticking, under 20 seconds. Oh, what a find, but Warren shoots it right into the stick of Nutera. Excellent find. Warren was open, but didn't have time to really throw a fake, try to change the plane. She just wanted to release a shot, and Nutera was standing right in her way. That's how the first quarter comes to a close, but a fruitful quarter it was for the Welsh team. After 15 minutes, they're on top 4-1. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN. Wales on top of Latvia 4-1 as we begin the second quarter here at United Stadium on the campus of Towson University. Glenn Clark with you at the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship. Again, the story of this one is extraordinarily simple. Winner moves on to the knockout bracket, if you will, the championship bracket. They'll be the 14 seed, as they'll be the number 2 seed in Pool C. The loser will be able to continue playing. Nobody's going home. Just everybody outside the top 16 will play in the consolation bracket moving forward. So that's what's at stake in this one, with Wales jumping out to the early 4-1 advantage over Latvia. Teams will switch sides. Wales will be moving right to left. Latvia left to right. As we head back out to the draw circle. Latvia, very little possession in the first quarter. They've got to have the ball more. I know that sounds like a very silly type of analysis, but it kind of is that simple sometimes in this sport. Hard to do much when you don't have the ball. And Wales has it again to start quarter number 2. Wales, for the most part, has been patient, although Coombs Roberts going to work, fires in a long one. So much for patience. Make one move, get free, and Sophie Coombs Roberts is on the board for the first time today, making it 5-1 Wales. 7-on-7 crime here as she gets right around Balkmana. 4th goal, 5th point of the tournament for Coombs Roberts. Not even a minute gone by. Here in quarter number 2. Wales adding to it, 3 unanswered goals for the Welsh. Latvia entering a very dangerous zone. Not coming up with the ball again. This time it's picked up by Dryden. Dryden pushes it ahead to Coombs Roberts. Coombs Roberts spins away from one defender. Isn't just going to go right on goal this time, although she's calling for it in the middle of the field. She's feeling it. Coombs Roberts playing in her 3rd World Championship. That ball comes free. Digging in, coming up with it is Miranda Nichols, and Nichols will retreat back over the restraining line after winning possession back for Wales. Coombs Roberts led Wales with 12 goals back at the 2017 World Championship. She had moved to Switzerland for a job in sports marketing. She had to travel back and forth in order to train with the team ahead of the World Championship. Dryden already with 2, looking for the hat trick. She'll get the free position opportunity. Dryden acting like she was going to shoot immediately. Instead, gives it to the middle. Great feed. Phoebe Smith delivers it. Make it 6-1. Watch it one more time. Good fake. Smith spins around, puts it home. First goal today. 4th of the tournament. Wales on top 6-1. Picking up where they left off at the end of the first quarter, early in the second quarter. It was already a 4-1 lead. They've scored 4 straight goals. Dryden, her first assist of the day, 2nd of the tournament, 3rd point of the game, and 7th for the World Championships. Snagged right out of the air on the draw. Dryden doing everything right now for Wales. They're on the attack again. Trying to put this thing on ice early. Get ready for a round of 16 matchup tomorrow. A couple of fakes, running shot bounces high. Lloyd Root trying to get it to go. Now stepping through, shooting low, and scoring is Coombs Roberts. 2nd goal of the quarter for Sophie Coombs Roberts. 5th goal of the tournament. And now 7-1 Wales. Williams-Roberts going low that time on Linda Nutera. Just over 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Already 3 goals in the quarter for Wales. They've scored 5 straight since this was a 2-1 game. They're going to get the ball once again. Try to add to it. Dryden takes it all the way in, gives it off, and then gets it right back. Dryden's got a hat trick. Wales is rolling. 8-1 on Dryden's 3rd of the game and 6th for the World Championships. Got the ground ball, pushed it ahead, gave it to Jones, who gave it right back for Ellie Jones. That's a team high 4th assist. And I'm assuming this is a Latvia timeout here with 9:55 in the second quarter. Yes, it is. Latvia taking a timeout, trying to regroup as this one has spiraled out of control. They had scored about 4.5 minutes into the first quarter, made it a 2-1 game. Talked about them feeling like they were in it. From there, they have not been in it at all. Wales has dominated the draws, dominated possession, and dominated the scoreboard, building up this 8-1 advantage. Iona Dryden, 3 goals in the process. Get a look at Eva Vilks over on the Latvia sideline. Gretchen Luzda trying to inspire her team. Of course, the problem at the World Championships, we talk about it a lot, it's difficult anywhere in this sport to rally from large deficits, but it's particularly difficult to do it at the World Championships because there's a running clock. So it's very hard keep getting the ball, scoring, getting it back while the clock's running once you get into the second half. You got to try to make this competitive going into the locker room to really have much of any chance. Get within 4, 5 at the worst, something like that, to feel like you have a chance to come back and work your way through to the group of 16. Not easy. You're up against a very good opponent in Wales, a team that clearly was struggling with the fact that they had lost their opener to Germany, bounced back very nicely, had the entire weekend off, looks well rested, determined, and they have been simply amazing for the first 20 minutes and change of today's game. 8-1 out of the timeout. So glad that you have joined us this holiday Monday here in the States. Knockout play begins tomorrow. Crown a champion on Saturday here at United Stadium. All of these games available to you either on ESPN Plus or some on linear ESPN2. Welsh supporters begin belting the lyrics of "Don't Stop Believing," serenading. Jamie Luzda comes up with the draw control, brings it in, settles at 11. Oh, great find right underneath, wide open. Rudzinska with her 2nd goal today. That's a heck of a play out of a timeout. Luzda to Rudzinska. And Latvia cuts it to 8-2. Heat on that shot from Rudzinska. You could hear that as it made contact with the pipe. Right underneath the bar. 2nd of the game, 3rd of the tournament for Rudzinska. 1st assist of the game and 2nd of the World Championships. 5 points now in the tournament for Jamie Luzda. See if that could maybe be what inspires Latvia, somehow gets them going late in this first half. And they'll have it again as Dryden called for the violation. So Luzda gets it on the restart. and looks to go to work. 8.5 remaining in the second quarter. Latvia showing some fight. Not wanting Wales to just be able to walk through to the round of 16. Leapina to Osei. Now Luzda. Couple of fakes. Luzda sneaking through. She's fouled on the way in, so she's going to get a free position out of it. Looking for her first goal today. She'll be at the center hash. Great spot to be. She's very quick. Can she racing, get the shot off before the defenders collapse on her? She'll take a bouncer and score. Back-to-back goals for Latvia as we hit the midway point of the second quarter. And they've cut the deficit to 5. Luzda's first goal today. 4th for the tournament. 2nd point on the contest. 6th on the World Championship. Cuts it to 8-3. Some signs of life for Latvia. Can they build off of it, put together a bit of a rally? It'll be Luzda again, working against Rollins at the draw circle. Luzda's trying to win that one cleanly. Instead pops it backwards. Opportunity. Osei not able to get it on the first try. And what a dig in by Morrill to get that free. Morrill is very nearly lost on that far sideline. Official, I think, saying she was in the way. As Wales gets it back. Slowed down just briefly. This Latvian offense. Wales pick it right back up. Robinson swings it wide. Vocal group of Welsh supporters. They'll be happy with Amy Martin drawing the shooting space violation and heading for the free position. Liga Vilka is now in goal for Latvia. That's thrown away, back to the restraining line. Battle for the ball continues. And it's dug out nicely by Miranda Nichols. Nichols pushes it ahead. Vilka came in today having played in 2 games. She played a total of 90 minutes. Allowed 8 goals, a 5.33 goals against average, and making 10 saves, stopping 55.6% of the shots that she had faced. Vilka's going to face one right now and make another save. Great play by Liga Vilka, with Jocelyn Robinson bearing down on her right in her airspace. Vilka hanging in there. We'll watch it again. It's going up, meeting her at the apex. Vilka comes up with the save for Latvia. Dangerous pass. Whew. There's a lot of risk involved with that. But Leapina comes down with it. She'll have it off the restart. And we'll hit the water break here in quarter number 2 with 4:32 remaining in this first half. Coming up at the half, we'll go over first half stats. Take a look at some of the highlights from half number 1, get you caught up on what's going on elsewhere on what is, believe it or not, day 6 of the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships. Let's find out a little bit more about how the championships have grown over the years. First World Championship was back in 1982. Wales was actually a part of it. Only 6 countries participating in the first 3, ultimately grew into the double digits, and this year the largest world championship ever. 29 teams participating. Of course, it was supposed to be 30. Unfortunately, Uganda not able to attend the event, but consistent growth for the entirety of the sport around the world, with the push for lacrosse to be added to the Olympic package 2028 in Los Angeles. Mentioned Wales, part of that 1982 World Championship, one of 6 teams to have played in every World Championship that has been held since 1982. Their best finish was 4th place back in 1997. They come into their 10th World Championship appearance, ranked number 7 in the world with a veteran roster, 12 players who competed back in the 2017 World Cup. They've also earned a medal in all of the European championships they've competed in since 1996. They won the gold medal at the Euros in 99, 04, and 08. So very much one of the prominent programs in the globe. Wales trying to take another step forward. In order to do that, they got to make sure they hold on today in order to get a spot in the championship bracket. 4:32 remaining in this second quarter. Off the restart, Leah Pena flips it forward, picked up on a hop by Belota. Who hands it off to Cassidy Tom. Rudzinska to Leah Pena. And now near side, Osei does not take the screen. Said she sets a little bit of one up for herself. Luzda, great fakes, gets a shot off and scores. Boy, she threw about 3 fakes in there in order to elude the defenders. And Luzda scores her 2nd goal, 3rd point of the game. Watch these fakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts it home. Now 5 goals, 7 points for the tournament. Jamie Luzda. And that's a 3-0 run now for Latvia. We talked about it when it was 8-1. Got to get back within 4 or 5 goals going into the half to feel like you really have a chance with this running clock. Well, here we are at the moment. 3 minutes and change to play. It's a 4-goal game. Latvia's got time to try to make it even closer than that. Luzda again working against Rollins. Luzda comes away with it. She's in trouble. 3 red shirts all over her. She was just trying to find any sort of help. Orbunchika was there, but the whistle was before the pass. So Luzda gets it back. However, it's checked out at the very last second before she could get it over the restraining line. Ground ball picked up by Williams, who pushes it ahead for Wales in transition. Rollins didn't like that she had 2 white shirts breathing down her neck, so she backed it out. Now lobbed in front. They're trying to throw another slam dunk, but Lloyd Root couldn't come up with it. Wales able to hold on. Rollins keeps it moving. Robinson. Lucy Fowler from London, England. Now Rollins sends it back to the near side. Coombs Roberts. Coombs Roberts gets around the defender, gets free in front. The foul was from behind. Eva Vilks trying to slow her down, and Coombs Roberts will get the free position opportunity. Already a pair of goals on the game. And that one is deflected, knocked away. Great work by Vilka. She's been awesome. And you talk about Latvia making a little run here. Would not have been possible without Vilka coming in this second quarter, making some big saves to help prevent this from getting even further carried away. 1 minute left. That ball's going to be loose. There'll be a path to goal for Luzda. However, 2 defenders run into her. She gets away from both of them, keeps the run going. Trail checked, however, from behind, right as she was going to have a great shot at the goal. 45 seconds remaining. Below to Wales. Got to go quickly. Lloyd Root runs into a defender. What's the call? It was a trip. It was Boltmana who was trying to stay in the way. She comes up hobbling. 29 seconds remaining in the half. Lloyd Root will get the free position try. She does not go on goal, interestingly. Instead backs it out. Now Coombs Roberts slips under the first defender, and she's going to get another free position try herself. This time it was Strauma who was doing the defending. Coombs Roberts moves towards the middle. Vielka got a piece, but not enough. Coombs Roberts. This half is her recital. She thinks it's very vital to rock a rhyme that's right on time. A hat tricky is her title. And that stops Latvia's 3-goal run. Wales now on top 9-4 with 15 seconds remaining in the half. So after scoring 2 in the Germany game, this is now a new tournament high for Coombs Roberts with the 3 today. 15 seconds left, so there is time here for whoever wins this draw to try to push. Obviously, got to go quickly and try to win the draw pretty cleanly. Luzda looking for it, won't get it. Instead, it's Rollins. Rollins pushes forward. Rollins all the way into the box, finds wide open right underneath, but not able to get much of a shot off Lucy Fowler, and that will be how the half comes to a close. Could be worse. Wales was completely running away here. Latvia at least hanging in there to feel like they've got a chance going into the second half. It's 9-4 at halftime. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship on ESPN. When we come back in, we'll go over stats, highlights, and more from right here in Baltimore.
Yo, do you know? I've seen it all before. There goes Tiger, just as sharp with the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential.
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
(9-4) Wales on top of Latvia halftime here at the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships. We're going to bring you right now the top 5 plays from Pool A here at the World Championship. We begin number 5, Charlotte North going behind the back. It's more than a medal for the U.S. women. They want to turn in a show. How about Samapuzzo going behind the back herself, putting that home in the opener against Canada. Now here's Hump, England, getting free and just scooping that home. There's a lot of strength required in order to go low to high like that, or low to mid at least. Sometimes goalies find themselves out of net, and when they do, you got to do some crazy things. Look at this effort. Waters laying it out on the turf, then having to dart all the way back to make a great save. That is an insane individual effort. And then number 1, just spectacular, Dana Dobie from Canada. Come on. No look, no problem. Puts that home on opening night. We'll come back in, go over stats and the highlights next. Right now, 9-4, Wales on top. (9-4) Wales on top of Latvia at the half here at the World Championships. Glenn Clark with you from high atop United Stadium on the campus of Towson University here just outside of Baltimore. And if you weren't with us at the top of the broadcast, just a reminder what's at stake for today's game. Winner moves on. They advance to the knockout round, the championship bracket, which begins tomorrow. The loser will not move on. They will go into the consolation bracket. It's time for us to take a look at our first half highlights from today's game. The story for Wales has been the duo of Iona Dryden getting the job done. 3 goals and an assist in the first half. All sorts of different ways, dunking that one home off the alley-oop. And then Sophie Coombs-Roberts also with the hat trick in the first half. Making one move, getting right in front, putting it home. For Latvia, they did have a bit of a response in the second quarter. A turnaround goal from Azania Rudzinska. She had a pair of goals in the first half, along with Jamie Luzda, in order to get them at least within shouting distance. This is where we are. Wales leading Latvia 9-4. They've outshot them 17-5. Won 10 of the 15 draw controls. And credit Latvia goalie Liga Vilka, who came in the second quarter, made some really big-time saves to get them in. Latvia's got to clean up the turnovers. They've given the ball up 6 times. Second half is coming up next here in Baltimore on ESPN.
We want the gold medal. We've been dreaming of it our entire lives. But this summer, we want more. We have an opportunity together to change the sport and women's athletics for the better. The eyes of the lacrosse community will be on us. Never has this sport been more popular. Never has this platform been bigger. So what's this about? A team of talented women with a shared goal. Inspiring a new generation, one whose identity is a sense of pride and not a limitation. Relentlessly pursuing equity in our sport and beyond. We want the greatness of all women's athletes to shine. The world will be watching. Let's put on a show. This is more than a medal. Are you with us?
Fasten your seatbelt.
The game you've always loved just found a new gear.
Introducing World Lacrosse Sixes.
It's speed and scoring.
Tempo and transition.
Athleticism and action.
It's big-time energy packed onto a smaller playing surface.
It's the game you've always loved, brought to you at warp speed.
It's lacrosse on the Autobahn.
Don't blink. This is World Lacrosse Sixes.
Getting ready for the start of the second half here at United Stadium. Right now, Wales leading Latvia 9-4, 30 minutes away from moving on to the round of 16. That, of course, the singular storyline of this game. Who gets to play for a world championship or to stay alive for a world championship? They're not punching their ticket to the championship game. They get to stay alive for the right to play for the World Championship in the championship bracket. Teams switch sides once again here in this third quarter. Latvia will be moving right to left on your internet dial. Wales from left to right. Latvia in the white shirts, maroon shorts. Wales, red shirts and shorts. Great to have you. Gorgeous day today here at Towson, and a quick draw controlled for Wales as it was grabbed by Lulu Rowlands, and she was fouled, so she'll have it on the restart. Wales led by as many as 7 in the second quarter. Latvia put together a 3-goal run. Wales scored the final goal of the quarter, so they've got a 5-goal lead at the moment with the running clock. Great fakes. Lulu Rowlands not able to get the shot through. Contact coming up high. She's going to head back for a free position opportunity, and it'll be at the center hash mark. Rowlands looking for her first goal of the game. She's got 3 for the tournament. Steps in confidently, bounces it home. Vielka frozen as Lulu Rowlands. Quick first step, and no one was close. Got about 4 steps in. 1, 2, 3, 4, release. Textbook free position take for Lulu Rowlands. 10-4 Wales. Just over a minute gone by in this second half. It will get late early for Latvia here. As we talked about, very dangerous, running clock, big deficit. Liked what you saw in the second quarter as they were fighting their way back into this game. But getting over the hill, getting over the hump, that is a far more difficult task. Luzda will pick up the ground ball. So Latvia has it. Clearing was an adventure in the early going. Clean that up a bit. Gonna need to be sharp in every aspect if they're gonna have any chance. Gotta do just about everything well in order to climb out of this type of hole. Orbunchika. It's actually Zuleika. No, it was Orbunchika. I was right the first time, 21, off the pipe. Ruzhaka picks it up, gives it back to Orbunchika. She had a cutter Baltmana, but Baltmana wasn't really open. Phoebe Smith was right there with her, so she chooses to hold on to it. Orbunchika, second defender greets her, so she just drops it right back off. Baltmana. Luzda on the run, taken down. She had a head full of steam. Charlotte Williams ended up getting her up high. So Luzda gets the free position. Luzda a couple steps, shoots low and scores. Jamie Luzda, she's got a hat trick. Just skips that home 5-hole right through the legs of Sophie Allen. 3rd goal, 4th point today. 6th goal, 8th point for the tournament. Latvia stays within shouting distance at 10-5. Not letting Wales completely pull away. Still mountains worth of work to do. Luzda again. She's basically taken over as the draw taker. Not going to be able to get this one. Instead, picked up by Rowlands. Rowlands pushes it. Ellie Jones settles behind the cage. Jones lays it in front. Another great save from Vielka, this time denying Gastra, but cleanup. Second chance. You leave that on the turf, you allow things like that to happen. Wales extends the lead to 11-5 as we tick towards 10 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. That's the way it's going to go in the books. Own goal. Watch it again. Just leave it on the turf and on this friendly fire. I'm not really sure exactly where Straume was trying to go with that. Might have just been a complete mistake. Officially recognized as an own goal. Makes it 11-5 Wales with 9.5 to play. And That's disheartening. Every goal is disheartening. That one particularly disheartening for a defense to have to deal with. Good that Luzda wins that draws. Gives them a second to try to recover from the shock of putting the ball in your own net. Latvia just trying to hang around. Liapina. Continues the run all the way back behind the cage. Liapina. That's a dangerous pass. Don't know where she was trying to go with that. Lloyd Root picked it up. She got hit in the head. So she'll have it off the restart. And critical mass at the moment for Latvia. Any hope they have, they really got to make a move in the next couple of minutes, and they'll get bailed out a little bit by a turnover. As we approach the midway point of this third quarter, we talked about it needing to be a 4 or 5 goal at the half. You got to be within 3, maybe 4 going into the fourth quarter. Vilka will get to that. Another sloppy pass, and she makes a sloppy pass, taken away. Love it when an offensive player makes defensive plays. That's what Sophie Morrill did there, causing a turnover, getting the ground ball herself. Wales has it back. Rowlands in the middle of the field. Near side Fowler. Jones. Looking for Morrill. That's where the advantage of the larger field here at the World Championship comes into play. There's lots of space for Morrill to go get it. Luzda knocks it down, but she couldn't find it, however. Ooh, is she gonna be called for covering? She is. So it'll stay with Wales. Did think there was a push, maybe a stick extension, wasn't called. Ball thrown behind the cutting Ellie Jones. But Morrill there to grab it. Stays with Wales. 6.5 remaining in the third quarter. Nice to see the excellent Joe Beninati stop by the booth, say hello. Joe B, of course, will be on the call. Coming up next, the USA and England on ESPN+. Lulu Rowlands scoops up the ground ball, keeps possession for Wales. This does feel like a deflating possession that just keeps going. Luzda pops it out. Not able to get back to it. Instead, possession continues. Shot high from Fowler. Picked up by Lloyd Root. Lloyd Root off the restart. Looking for a cutter. Nothing there, so she keeps moving it. Oh, and what a pass. How did that sneak through to Lloyd Root? There was not a lot of space to deliver that ball. That's a great catch by Lloyd Root, too, before she finishes it for her first goal of the day. Watch this one more time. There are sticks everywhere. Lloyd Root grabs it. And Wales has extended the lead back to 7 at 12-5. Ellie Jones, that masterful pass, her second assist of the day, 5th of the tournament for all 5 of her points. For Lloyd Root, first goal of the game, 2nd of the World Championships. Water break with 5:16 remaining in the third. And for all the work that Latvia did to get back into it, they have just not been able to sustain. Since cutting it to an 8-4 game, Wales has scored 4 of the next 5 goals in this one, and it is 12-5 with 5:16 remaining. As I mentioned, England and the U.S. on the 4th of July. Be a great scene. It's coming up at about 5 o'clock, and then later on the night, Canada and Scotland also in Group A. That's coming up at 8 o'clock. Of course, all the teams in Group A advancing to the round of 16. The winner of this game will be the 14 seed, and they will take on the 3 seed, and that is still to be determined. Those 2 games tonight will help determine that, who ends up being the 3 seed, as it's looking like whoever it is going to get a date with Wales, and boy, that's a tricky matchup for a Group A team to have to see Wales in the round of 16. It's a very good Wales team. As I mentioned, ranked 7th in the world, and they will be game for whoever it is they end up facing. Try to check in on what's going on elsewhere in the tournament. Big one this morning, New Zealand won Pool D by taking down Hong Kong, China 10-8. Czech Republic pounced on Sweden 19-5. Czech Republic finishes a perfect 4-0 in Pool F. Mexico beating Colombia 15-4, so they join Czech Republic in the round of 16. Ireland also on to the round of 16. They beat Austria 14-10. Norway with an 8-7 victory over Korea Republic, so they get their first win of the tournament. So we're back to action. Wales with the big lead and still in there fighting for every draw, every ground ball. Lloyd Root came up with it. And Wales will have it off the restart. Of course, this game going on right now, also just underway. Israel with a 1-0 lead over the Netherlands. Netherlands still alive to try to make the round of 16, but they got to pull off the upset in order to do it. Germany and Jamaica coming up at 4. We mentioned games here at United Stadium in Group A. Also Haudenosaunee and Argentina, Switzerland and Japan coming up tonight as well. Jocelyn Robinson sends it back behind. Coombs Roberts, the game she's had, the hat trick. Trying to get some inside position. Coombs Roberts kept the run going. Thought she might let it rip. There was a foul anyway. So Coombs Roberts will get the free position try. She's been good from 11 meters. No, not going to be a free position. It'll come back, goal line extended. So the foul was back a little bit further. They held the flag, trying to allow for the continuation. Coombs Roberts moves to the middle, and that will be a shooting space violation as Phoebe Smith was bearing down. And she will get the free position try. That I'm confident of. Phoebe Smith had a goal back in the first half. Three minutes to play in this third. She is not going to force the issue here. And obviously, with a big lead, Wales does not need to do anything quickly whatsoever. Clock is their friend, and the scoreboard, of course, is their friend. Rollins, Dryden. Dryden also with the hat trick today. Back to Rollins. Rollins gets in front, but Vielka makes the save. Rollins didn't have a lot of angle, but she was right there. Not able to slip it past Vielka. It stays 12-5, and with 2.5 minutes remaining, getting into last stand territory for Latvia. Got to try to do something here before the end of the quarter. Can't give the ball up. Oh, that is spectacular from Dryden. And Dryden will get free. Won't be able to finish. Thought maybe the lacrosse gods would make sure that one got in for all of the effort that Dryden had given to ride, win the ball, scoop up the ground ball, get in front of cage. Not the case. They'll turn it over again. Rollins gets it back. Rollins not in a rush. Keep in mind, no possession clock. Latvia doesn't want to extend the defense. Wales would have the option, just keep throwing the ball around. All that matters is winning. Here's Roberts. Actually, she might have had the better path to goal after she had slipped through, was trying to be unselfish. And ends up turning it over instead. After that little half spin move, Coombs Roberts probably had a pretty look at going towards goal. Instead it goes back to Latvia. Kolnina. That will be brought over into the box. Liapina finds some help in the form of Zeluka. Stick extension. Ujaka will have it off the restart. Ujaka surveying. Lobs it towards the middle, was looking for Ose. Throws it away. Help behind. Latvia still has it. Rudzinska trying to find some space, none to be had. Nichols got it on the turf. Rudzinska looking to force it into the middle. Not able to connect with Liapina. Latvia fortunate they'll get it back. Rudzinska running shot at the horn, saved. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Wales can smell it. They are 15 minutes away from a spot in the round of 16, and a yellow card's going to come out to start the fourth quarter to boot. We'll tell you about that when we come back in. Well, we'll allow that to be adjudicated before we end the quarter. So being hit with the yellow card is Harriet Mann. So it'll be a woman up situation to start the fourth quarter. Right now, Wales crushing Latvia 12-5 after 3. You're watching the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN. Wales on top of Latvia 12-5 as we begin the fourth quarter here at United Stadium. Teams will switch sides once again. Latvia does start the fourth quarter warming up, so they got that going for them, which is nice. Harriet Mann serving the yellow card, as you see, standing over on the sideline. So Latvia also doesn't have to go through a draw here. They just get to start with the ball because of the penalty. They got to do something with it. They got to score quickly, and then score some more. Running clock, it is extraordinarily difficult to do. And Lulu Rollins forced to race off. Leah Pena off the restart. There'll be some space to her left, but she's not going to force it. They're warming up. They want to make sure they take advantage of this opportunity. Rudzinska, nothing there. Boltmana. Now Osei was a little dangerous. Snagged by Belota. Great zone defense being played right now by Wales. Not making it easy for Latvia to break them down, despite the fact that Latvia has the extra player, and that can't happen. Taken away by Laura Warren. Laura Warren, the veteran, coming through. Tore ACL back in 2019 European Championships. Had to travel in order to get the surgery. She wanted to be back in time for what was expected to be a 2020 Worlds. There's a GoFundMe that was set up to help her out. Mother of two, Laura Warren, back here in the state of Maryland, where she played collegiately and was exceptional. Recruited by Cindy Tinshaw. She loved soccer too. The story is, she wanted to come to the USA to play soccer after she watched Bend It Like Beckham. Great offense, Warren finding Phoebe Smith. And it feels like that'll just about do it. Still lots of time, but 13-5. Especially after wasting a woman-up opportunity. That is awfully deflating for Latvia. For Warren, first assist today, fourth of the tournament for all 4 of her points. And Phoebe Smith now having to be helped off the field, so in the midst of all the celebration for Wales, you hate to see that. Not able to put any weight on that right leg. Phoebe Smith. You know, Wales did a fun thing on their official Twitter, or their Instagram account actually, leading up to the tournament, where they describe players based on what their super strength would be, and they said Phoebe Smith, her super strength is the prankster patrol, keeping things light for the team. Hopefully it's not as bad as it initially looked. Phoebe Smith will be all right after scoring her 2nd goal of the game and her 5th of the tournament. 13-5 Wales. They get it back off the draw. Absolutely rolling. Jocelyn Robinson dodging left. Sends it to Coombs Roberts. And back to Robinson. Robinson swings over to the far side, and Amy Martin. Martin. A couple of defenders go her way, so she backs it out. Warren keeps it moving, of course. No reason to force. Keep the clock running, or throw another alley-oop that Sophie Coombs Roberts can dunk home. 4th of the game for Coombs Roberts. Welsh supporters having a time. They want to know if Sophie Coombs Roberts will be their girl. Tic-tac-toe lacrosse. Boom, boom, boom. Sophie Coombs Roberts, 4th of the day, 7th of the tournament. Wales leads 14-5. And for Lulu Rowlands, her first assist of the day, her first here in Baltimore. 2 points on the contest, 5 on the tournament. Under 11 to go. And as I said earlier, whoever it is that ends up being the 3 seed, they are going to get a real tough test in the round of 16 from this Wales squad. This is a group that looks game. Obviously disappointed with the fact they lost to Germany. They have bounced back nicely. And they look ready to take on one of the top teams in the world. Latvia, do they have a Hail Mary in them to prevent that from happening? Rudzinska trying to back down Nichols. Not on target, but he'll be backed up. Stays with Latvia as we go under 10 minutes to play. The semifinals and final of the World Championship will be available on ESPN2. Everything else, not just in the knockout round of 16 in quarterfinals, but also everything in the consolation bracket will also be available on ESPN+. Luzda back to the near side. Orbunchika is thrown away. Another turnover. That's been a problem today. That'll be something they look back on. Try to figure out what happened here. 13 turnovers happened. Really hard to win that way. Wales wants to stay sharp. Almost kind of use these as practice situations. Fowler. And she throws it away. So much for staying sharp. Eight and a half remaining. 14-5 in favor of Wales. Baltmana stays with it. Baltmana had a pair of goals against Jamaica on Saturday. Has not been able to get on the board here this afternoon. Luzda to Baltmana. And there were one too many players down there for Wales. And we're going to hit our water break here with 7:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. It has been mostly all Wales in this one. There was a brief period in the second quarter, if you weren't with us, where Latvia managed to try to get back into it. They scored 3 straight goals to cut an 8-1 game to 8-4. And there were still 4 minutes left in the half. They had a chance to maybe make it even closer than that and feel like they could have a shot in half number 2, but they just weren't able to sustain it. After that stretch, Wales has scored 6 of 7 goals to balloon the lead out to 14-5 with 7:35 remaining here at United Stadium. So Wales on their way to a spot in the round of 16 tomorrow. Against who? We will wait to find out later on tonight. That's still to be determined. 2 Group A games that will be played here at United Stadium. Games throughout the day tomorrow. Still putting the finishing touches on this. And this game has not been, whatever the time for the game tomorrow does not appear as though it's been scheduled yet. Off the restart, Latvia will have it. Ruperta, Elena Ruperta out there. Have not seen a lot of her today. Druzhaka, a part of that probably, they just haven't had the ball that much. Haven't seen a lot of anyone. Luzda, have seen a lot of her, obviously. Ruperta into the middle, and that's a good-looking shot from Rudzinska. Rattles off the post and in. Rudzinska gets a hat trick. Cuts the lead to 14-6 for Rudzinska. 3rd goal of the game, 4th goal of the tournament. Great, tough shot across the body off the feed from Ruperta. Perfectly to the outside of Harriet Brooks, who's into the game for Wales. Brooks seeing her first action here at the World Championships. Played at King's College. Ruperta's 2nd assist of the tournament, first today. Six minutes left. Wales gets it back. Dryden slowed down. And their advantage is big enough that you would imagine they're not really worried about just throwing the ball around. Because even if they were to give it up, it would take not just a minor miracle, it would take one of the great miracles we've seen in lacrosse history for Latvia to get it back. And nope, they're going to run their offense and throw another alley-oop. Ellie Jones on the board for the first time today. 15-6 Wales. They have connected on what feels like 4 alley-oops today. Dryden's 2nd assist, 5th point of the game. Jones, 1st goal, 3rd point of the day for Jones. Her 1st goal of the tournament. She has 6 points here in Baltimore total. And Dryden came in today with 4 points in 2 games. She's matched that today. Actually, she's surpassed that now. 5 points on the day, 3 goals, 2 assists, 9 points for the tournament. Under 5 to play. Luzda knifes her way through a couple of defenders that were camped out on the restraining line, trying to slow her down. Rudzinska will keep it moving along. Orbunchika. Being pushed back towards the restraining line. How about that defensive effort? How about Amy Martin, despite the fact the game is in no ways in doubt, continuing relentless pressure and harassing Luzda. A couple of good fakes. The 2 defenders go with her. She spins away. She gets free. No angle, however. She shoots across the mouth of goal. Luzda's done her part. Use one or two other truly capable scorers in this Latvian program to take some of the pressure off of Jamie Luzda. Boltmana. Orbunchika. Oh, great fake by Luzda, but that shot turned aside. Harriet Brooks turns her stick, knocks down the shot. Brooks makes a nice save getting into this game, recording a save at the World Championships. Tick towards 2.5 to play. We'll stay with Latvia. Dropped by Orbunchika, won't be able to get it back. Again, that effort from Amy Martin. Coaches love that. In transition, held on to by Gostra. That entry pass from Fowler's knocked down. Vielka comes out and gets it. She's in trouble though, 2 red shirts all over her. Finds help in the form of Vilks. Alexis Tom into the game for Latvia as we hit 1.5 to play. This one has not been in doubt for some time. Wales put their boots down. They're going to move on. They'll reach the knockout round. They'll be the 14 seed. Luzda lobs in the middle, open and turning around and scoring is Liapina. So she gets her first goal today. Latvia gets it back defensively, goes in transition, and that sets up Luzda with 2 defenders on her, seeing that she had Liapina open for her first goal of this game, 3rd goal of the tournament. For Luzda, she has stuffed the stat sheet today. 2nd assist and 5th point on the contest, 3rd assist and 9th point here at the World Championships. 1:03 remaining. Dryden picks that cleanly. And she looks like she wants to go the whole way. She's going to peel off. I thought she had that sort of twinkle in her eye, like she wanted to take that all the way in on cage, but she ultimately thought better of it. Gostra dodging to her right, now back to her left. 30 seconds remaining. See if Wales takes another shot here before the game is over. Oh, that was an attempt at another alley-oop as Jones was looking for Fowler, but it was deflected by Vielka. 16 seconds. Wales will get it back. Dryden will have it. Will they push? Will they be content just to hold it? Dryden flips it to the middle, and that shot is not going to get off the stick of Robinson. She'll be taken down to the turf. Final seconds tick off the clock, and Wales marches on. They dominated this one from start to finish. Wales defeating Latvia 15-7. So Wales will move on. They'll be the 14 seed and play in the championship bracket beginning tomorrow against a team to be determined from Group A. Meanwhile, for Latvia, their tournament will continue in the consolation bracket as they fall to 1-2. Wales improves to 2-1. Iona Dryden, 3 goals, 2 assists. Sophie Coombs-Roberts with 4 goals. Wales moves on. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Thanks to Adam and our great ESPN crew. I'm Glenn Clark. You've been watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships. This has been a presentation of ESPN.